Okay, so I know I am extremely tardy on this particular video. I meant to get this out around January, and then life got busy, and then I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And ultimately, here we are in mid-April, and I'm just now getting around to doing the recaps of 2023, which is, I guess, both good and bad. Good in the sense that, hey, one more of these to add to the pile before we get too long in the tooth. Another, I guess, the bad meaning I'm going to be doing this all again in 8 months, if I can get it in on time. So I wanted to start off with my pile of shame, my 2023 games that I obtained but didn't get a chance to play, my shelf of shame, to show you what exactly I have been looking forward to but have not yet gotten to, and hopefully you can keep me accountable into playing these games come 2024. And I do plan to play at least half of these this year. That is the intent. I can't guarantee that I will get to them, but that is the plan. So I want to start with the game that I am probably most embarrassed that I haven't played, and I also want to start with it because it doesn't quite count, and that is Inferno from Enrico Acerbi and Volko Runke. This is Volume 3 of Levian Campaign. Came out really early in the year. I really wanted to get this to the table and played with my main my main Levian Campaign gameplay partner, and we just couldn't get around to it because he was busy, and then the times when he wasn't busy, I was busy. Now, it is incorrect to say that I haven't played this, because I have played this in demo form a couple of times before it came out. So it's not completely new, and obviously my game, Seljuk, is based heavily on the rule set for Inferno. So it is not as if I am not familiar with the game, but I have played every other Levian Campaign game except for this one, and I want to rectify that very soon. My friend and I, my Levian Campaign partner, are currently playing through the entire Wars of the Roses Plantagenet game over the course of many sessions. So this one, we'll get to this eventually, but it's a very nice production, and I'm really excited to play the full thing because what I have demoed has been very fun. Okay, game number 2 on the list of things I received in 2023 and have yet to play. And this one is a new Mark Simonich World War II operational game, North Africa 41. I was very excited about this, and of course I didn't get it played, and GMT then announced an expansion, North Africa 40. So at this point I might as well just wait until that's out to just play the whole thing in chronological order. But I do, some people might think that I buy these games and then don't. I just leave them sitting in the box. That is not the case. As you can see, I have punched and clipped this entire game with all the punch outs here and the player aids. I just want to show you. I do have the mounted maps for it as well. The counter sheet is down on the floor over there, but trust me when I say that they're kind of tray that I did punch and clip this game with the intent to play it, and I fully am going to. I'm just going to wait until probably North Africa 40 comes out. GMT is really good about getting this series out the door really quickly, partially because I think Mark Simonich knows exactly what he's doing. And the other thing is I recently received France 40, and I'm actually going to play that first. So my friend... my other friend and I are going to tackle the sickle cut scenario of France 40 in a couple weekends, which should be nice. And then, hey, we can play the other scenario, and then when North Africa 40 comes out, we can move to North Africa 41. I'm very excited about this. I actually love the North African campaign in World War II. It's a really interesting topic to me, and so I am very happy that this finally came out. Of course, by the time I get around to playing it, we'll have the expansion for. The expansion for Salerno 43, which is the rest of the Italian campaign. Again, another part of World War II I'm really interested in. Okay, so keeping it in World War II land, let's talk about the other World War II games that I did not get a chance to play. Ardennes 2, this one took me forever to clip. I just, for whatever reason, kept getting slowed down and bogged down in clipping Ardennes 2. But this game looks awesome. The joke is that bulge games are a dime a dozen, but I actually own very few, and I've played even less of those. And I'm hoping that Ardennes 2 becomes sort of my ultimate bulge game. And obviously at this point I need to say that with Dean Essig, the designer here who passed away recently, obviously his contribution to wargaming is immense. And so knowing that this is one of the final pieces of work that came out with his name on it is, makes it a little bit more important, I guess, to get to the table. So I'm looking forward to playing this one this year. I might do this at a convention because it is quite long, but it is SCS, so it's simple, on the simple side, and it's easily doable. So that's Arden 2. The other game from MMP that's World War II is Crimea. Now, this one I'm less embarrassed about because it came out right near the end of the year. So there was not a lot of time to get it played, at least in the way that I want to play it. But what's great about this game is that it is both the 1941 and 1944, 43, 44 Crimean conflict. And, you know, it's the one map, not super counter dense, although there's some density, but it's going to be a really great contained OCS experience that's not going to require many, many days and sessions to play. I actually might play this one solo on the channel. We'll see. But I do want to play it head-to-head for sure because I love OCS, and the size and scope of this one is like right in my wheelhouse in terms of the type of OCS experience I want to have regularly rather than like the giant East Front monsters. This is a very manageable East Front OCS game. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this. So I didn't get that played either. And then let's talk about moving away from World War II. I'm actually quite happy with my list this year. Last year, I felt like my list was huge and that I really let myself down. There's really only a handful of games on this list of stuff. I played most of everything that I got last year, which is a huge improvement over 2022. El Gran Capitan, Campaigns of the Italian Wars, 1494 to 1530. This is an operational medieval hex encounter game that looks fantastic. Came out sort of mid-year. I did a video on the unboxing of this. It looks great, fantastic. The map is beautiful. The counters are beautiful. It is on the heavier side. And as you can see, 1 to 8 hours depending on the scenario. I suspect that if you played one of the larger scenarios, it could possibly be even a 2-day game. Again, this is one that I want to get to the table at a convention because it looks brilliant. Europa Simulazione does really good work. All right, the final game, and this one hurts the most, that I got in 2023 and have yet to play, On to Richmond 2, The Union Strikes South. This is a beast of a package, and I think I am most upset at myself for not getting this one to the table because I know just how much content is in this one to like a ridiculous degree. 1 second while I get the box top off. So as you can see, I have punched and clipped the counters needed for the Peninsula campaign and all of the associated markers. Yes, a lot of units, but not as many as you would expect of a game of this scope. Like, literally, they all fit into one tray, and then we've got all of our markers here, and our strength point markers and other faction-specific things here. But there's just a metric ton of stuff in this box. It's, I believe, 2 or 3 full campaigns, basically 2 different games. Let's see. So here, I did the unboxing, so you might have seen this before, but here is the Beast, the On to Richmond, the Peninsular Campaign, April to July 1862. This is the 112-turn campaign. And then this game also comes with the Petersburg Campaign, June 1864 to April 1865. So you get basically the front end and the back end of the war in the Eastern Theater. A ton of maps in here. Oh, and then obviously there's also Grant Takes Command, which is the Overland Campaign of May and June to 1864. So just a ton of content in this box you could buy this and be playing this for years. There's off-map displays. I believe there's 2 or 3 maps maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've opened this. But I do plan on getting to this this year. Hopefully. I have someone who will play it with me. He said he would play it with me, so I'm going to hold him to that. At least On to Richmond. And that's the one I want to get played first because that is chronologically the next one to be played of the games that are out right now. The next one to be played after All Green Alike, which I did a solo playthrough on the channel of that game. So this is the one that obviously I think is probably the most disappointing that I didn't complete or get to even to the table to try. I love great campaigns of the American Civil War, but when I play it next, I want to play it face to face. Thankfully, I have a friend who wants to do that, who knows how to play, and we're going to get that done. And then when we get that done, maybe we'll move on to some of the larger scenarios. that come on the rest of these counter sheets, or I guess the larger campaign/games. So that's On to Richmond 2, and that's my final game on my shelf of shame of 2023. I think I did a lot better than last year, but you let me know if there's any games on your shelf of shame that you haven't got around to playing. It's going to be a really good year, I think. There's already a lot of stuff that's come out this year that I've played that is just phenomenal. And probably this list will be bigger next year because it looks like 2024 is shaping up to be really great on the wargaming front. Let me know if you've played any of these, what you think of them. I'm especially keen to hear what people think of El Gran Capitan if they've played it. I'm the only person I know who owns this, at least in my local area. So, but, you know, worth a look if you're into sort of like operational, medieval, early Renaissance stuff. So that's it for this year. I will be back soon with my top 10 games of 2023. Yes, I know I've been saying that now for a couple months, but I do have the list put together. And I just have to get the games off the shelf, and we'll go through them all one by one so you can see what my favorite experiences were of last year. And then we'll do it all again next year.